Follow this trail, boys. Let your opponents and teammates remember your name. Let play a role in the future of football.
With Kelme, leave your mark.
Football teaches us how to win, as well as how to accept defeat gracefully. Then go on to do our best in the next game. Follow this trail, boys. Let your opponents and teammates remember your name. Let play a role in the future of football.
With Kelme, leave your mark.
Always try to put me down on the ground, but I always be jealous cause I'm the right in their mind. In their minds, screw up with me, boy, don't go crying. In their minds, come on at me, boy, this a fight.
Your Philippines Football League Super Sunday continues with this highly anticipated Clash of Titans as we come to you from the historic Rizal Memorial Stadium. It is Kaya FC-Iloilo and Stallion Laguna FC squaring off in this one. Kaya and Stallion, two pioneering clubs in the Philippines Football League fixtures in the circuit here of local football. It's pretty much a championship atmosphere because the stakes are high. Kaya FC looking or out to defend top spot because Stallion are right behind them here, and the atmosphere is electric. Jing, I cannot do justice when trying to describe it.
There we go. Big game, the biggest one so far in the Philippines Football League. Title implications are massive for this one. This is a crucial contest to decide who will become the champion in season 2024. This is a massive game, Claro. Doesn't get bigger than this.
There you go. You just hit the bullseye right there as we take a look at our league table. And Kaya are in second, but they do have a match on hand. But below our Stallion again, Jing, as we said, dikit tayo dito. Dikit lahat.
So Stallion have 2 games remaining, both of them massive matches. If they are able to win their next 2 matches, their title hopes are still well and truly alive. Meanwhile, for Kaya FC-Iloilo, nangangailangan sila ng 9 points out of their last 3 games to guarantee that they win the title. It is in their hands. They just need to execute.
This might sound strange, but nobody can lose today. Let's put it that way, right? As we'll zoom in on our squads, first and foremost with Kaya FC. They got to the summit. They're the defending champions. But like what they say, it's hard to get to the top, but even more difficult to stay there. We look at the results, and they are sending messages here with the scorelines that we have.
They've scored 75 goals this season, 29 of them in the last 3 games. They've only conceded 1 in their last 3 outings. They're on a mission in this one to defend their crown. And you can see by the way they are playing, they are firing right now.
As we see Harvey Gayoso picture 21 goals. He overtook Finn McDaniel in the top scorer race, and it will be important for him and company to get clicking. We also do see Shuto Komaki, their number 2 leading scorer also, but he's also provided so much in the midfield. Those are 2 of the many cogs. It was so hard to narrow them down actually kung sino yung mga players to look out for in this squad of Coach Yu Hoshide. But what a squad. Will eventually jump ship to Stallion Laguna FC in a moment. But there you go. One team done and dusted. Let's head over to the next. Stallion Laguna, a top squad again also. A consistent top 3 team. But Jing, will this be the time to get over the hurdle? I guess we'll find out. But nandun sila.
Certainly Stallion Laguna have not been real bona fide title contenders in the last few years. Pero itong taon na to, parang ramdam natin that they are knocking on the door and to come back to the pinnacle of Philippine football. They've scored 18 goals in their last 3 outings. They've only conceded once. They've got maximum points. But when you look at the level of competition between the 2 teams, hindi pa sila nakakakuha ng laban where they will be truly tested. And this one is definitely going to be a battle between 2 teams that are equal right now in terms of quality.
And there you go. We got to take a close look, and we'll take it pitch side to Naj Mirabales for even more information.
Thank you, Clarence Jing. Seeing the effort Kaya has been putting in all these years to keep the title, Coach Ernie knows it's not going to be easy to get a win against them today. And despite the many injuries from the Stallions, Coach Ernie just wants to focus on doing whatever they can right now. Para sa Kaya naman, as much as they want to dominate, Coach Yu is well aware of how good the Stallions have been doing, especially their foreign players. Kaya naman, Yu is just staying ready for whatever the Stallions are going to give them.
Thank you very much, Naj. As the drums are beating, the crowd is roaring. We're going to take it pitch side with the PFL anthem. It's Kaya FC-Iloilo and Stallion Laguna FC. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. We do see our respective team captains. It's Odi Menzi for Kaya FC-Iloilo. And turn back the clock with Stallion. It is Balot Doctora. As we see our match officials, we're going to run through our pre-match sauce coin. Si Mick John Pineda ay ang referee. Sila Relly Balila at Paul Galicia ay ang assistant referees natin. Si Samuel Mendoza ay ang fourth official. Si Ray Ritaga ay ang referee assessor. At si Cristina Ramos ay ang ating match commissioner. And both teams just displaying, or we have our team lineups right here. Jing, what are your impressions with Kaya FC? Bring out the big guns, no surprise.
Yeah, 100%. No surprise mula kay Coach Yu Hoshide, barring a few like Marco Casambre has been opted out, but Fitch Arboleda is in. It's an extremely talented side, an extremely experienced side that has been put forth here by Coach Yu Hoshide. He understands that this is a massive game and one that is a must-win for Kaya FC-Iloilo if they are going to keep things in their own hands this season. Meanwhile naman, para kay Coach Ernie Nieras, surprise, nandyan si Balot Doctora. And of course, we're going to see for the first time si Gomez come in, Francisco Javier. This is going to be a debut for him. And what a game to go and make a debut in. No usual Magson Dorado inside the lineup. So a surprising change there. But a very interesting choice para kay Coach Ernie Nieras.
And there you go. We'll get into more detail there as we will observe a moment of silence.
Who is one of the veteran referees of the Philippine Football Federation.
So a moment of silence again as referee Richard Zabion, who did pass away recently. Our thoughts and prayers are with him and his family. And there you go. Our moment of silence done and dusted. The teams will head over to their final huddles, and the referees will be inspecting the goal nets. Jing, you've been in a scenario like this at the club level also. Siguro ramdam nila yung stress, no? The team management, everyone, even outside the pitch.
It's honestly one of the most stressful but also one of the best feelings in the world. Going into a big game, maaga pa lang, possibly the night before, you've already had the jitters. And going into this, you will feel the emotions, the energy is palpable inside the dressing room, into the warm-up. This is a massive game. And you will be able to see here really what character the players have on the pitch. These are the type of games that they absolutely savor.
And when you say that, of course, it's what the moments you dream of as a kid. Playing in a big stage, playing in front of people, sometimes even scoring the winning goal, right? The dreams of little kids. And it all boils down to this. Stallion Laguna FC in white, Kaya FC-Iloilo in their black and yellow, and Harvey Gayoso kicked off this match. And it's a long ball quickly, just straight into the hands of Freddy Cortez. A big reinforcement here for Stallion Laguna heading into this season.
He's going to appreciate that. Cortez getting an early touch. Trying to catch him off guard there.
Gabe Silva over to Juan. Stallion's second leading scorer. An early message there from Kaya. Let's take a look at that there. Banggaan lang with Arboleda. So this is a Finn McDaniel free kick. And with the way we've seen them compete in this season, it may be an angle to send in a service, but we've seen him do things from Finn McDaniel range. Two-man wall. Walid Biru oversees things. Finn McDaniel sends this one in. The keeper couldn't get it. A shot taken, but it was skied by Gomez. And there you go, Jing, the man making his debut.
Perhaps some nerves there from Gomez. What a moment in this game. Dropped right in front of him, and that's a golden opportunity. Very difficult to get an opportunity right in front of goal with the goalkeeper off his line. It might have happened just a minute into this contest, pero talagang possibly mabalikan natin yan as a chance that Stallion really should have taken advantage of.
Biru may have taken a hit to the chest.
He made contact with a teammate actually on his way to collect that ball.
Walid Biru, one of the top keepers this season. And he has racked up a number of clean sheets. 6 to be exact. The same figure also for Freddy Cortez, yung goalkeeper sa kabila. There's this battle of the keepers. We can assume one wants to overtake the other. In that statistic, that's where goalkeepers take pride. Then let's make it a little personal of sorts, Jing. When Finn McDaniel flew out to the men's national team camp, he was the golden boot leader or
That's
top
right.
scorer leader. Dumating si Harvey Gayoso. Harvey says, oh, I'm the top scorer now in the PFL. As we saw this shot, but Biru again is the man who got hit.
You see him complaining there na natamaan nga siya, but it was actually Odi Menzi that he collided with on that occasion. And Gomez just didn't get his bearings there with that shot. Unfortunately for Stallion Laguna. Pero yung binabanggit mo nga, no, na-overtake nga si Finn McDaniel while away on national team duty. I'm sure he'd want to get that record back. But more than that is going to be about the 3 points today.
Well, as much as these teams need to win, madaming side mission, madaming storylines dito. As Gomez gave it over. Balot. Charles Pickering will resume play.
It's been some time since Balot Doctora started a match for Stallion Laguna. So malaking bagay na nandito siya ngayon. And also a big question mark. Ano ba yung mapapakita dito ng reliable captain ng Stallion Laguna?
Of course, we do not doubt in his capabilities, of course. Hindi takot si Balot. He's been here. He's been through all of that. But with the way, maybe he's seen some limited action for Stallion. How will he be able to get things going here? As it will be Kaya again, set to resume play. Beru, the Spanish goalkeeper, he had a credible stint in Iceland. Recently again, Kaya represented the Philippines in the AFC Champions League. Stallion, on the other hand, the AFC Cup. As we take a look at Christian Sea-Dog Schaffner with Arboleda, set to give us this throw-in off of Gayoso. How will Ceriliano secure? He's got a man on him. Over to Placito, to Cortez. And it's secured by Gomez. Well, not quite. And this one is in the mix. If we can just run it back a few years, during the pandemic, I remember listening to the press con. As this one was sent over to the side. Christian Schaffner went down to hustle well. Mukhang may hawak dun, but referee took no interest. A. Placito. It's over now here. A chance for Kaya inside the box. A. Placito having to bring out his Mr. Incredible effort already. Schaffner with a hit and gets called for the foul. Gayoso winning it from the left. Wow, so much action here non-stop. You see that grit, that determination from the teams.
Harvey Gayoso, top scorer of the PFL, but one aspect of his game that needs to get a lot more respect is his willingness to fight for every ball. He scraps, and as you can see here, he's been repaid with a free kick inside enemy territory. Great work from the Kaya frontman.
You see, other than Gayoso, you did see the likes of Kaishu Yamazaki making it difficult for the Stallion backline. And hence, they have this opportunity. Shuto Komaki on the left. Be wary. Finn McDaniel is lurking in the half line. Harvey Gayoso here on the other hand will try to break free. But it was clearly off target, courtesy of Paquito Saito. And from the looks of it, it's starting to rain again here at the Rizal Memorial Stadium. Rain because we also had some rains before our first match earlier today. But here was the last set piece.
Both teams with great opportunities na they haven't been able to take advantage of. That one all alone. Front post, he was coming in with some pace. But Akito Saito would feel that he could have put that on target.
We saw a close look at Juan Galeana. A. Placito back at his usual center-back position.
Yeah, it's very interesting that Coach Ernie Nieres has pulled him out of his preferred midfield role this season, and it's placed him at the heart of defense alongside Gabe Silva. They're going to be looking to shore things up here, pero mukhang makakalusot dito.
Pickering gets it, sends it back to Cortez. Arboleda versus Galeana Trujillo. One was out, but it's over now. Gomez on the right. No options yet inside Kaya's back line. We're able to run back, and it's a throw-in for Laguna.
Great work mula kay Galeana na makalusot doon. Stayed persistent to get past Arboleda.
So the throw-in from Schaffner. Gabe Silva, their center back, but has scored a number of goals here. Ciriliano, the Argentinian. Galeana, the cross. Balot magically keeps it in for them on the other end. Pero may foul nga dito. We saw some suspect movement there.
Doctora has been looking threatening today, getting into some very positive positions for Stallion. A great start for him. That's going to boost his confidence.
And with that, we're 8 minutes into the game. We could say Biru got to somewhat shake up that scare earlier, right, as he got into a collision with Audi Menzi from the looks of it. This one is in the mix. It looks like Gomez got the call he was looking for there. There's Audi Menzi, their captain. His brother suited up earlier for United City FC. Na si Mike. Gabe Silva. Ciriliano dropping down. Is that sixer holding midfielder? Balot on the ground. Another call here, Jing.
You can see both sets of fullbacks extremely aggressive for Kaya. Arboleda always engaging high, and now Diano doing the same thing. Just a little bit over-eager in how physical they are when the opponent is shielding the ball, and they've given up some fouls here.
So a chance for Laguna to pounce. With Kaya, their defense has been tested already year in, year out, game in and game out. Ken McDaniel, the service. Someone took a fall. A Placito may have floored Menzi potentially, but it will go back Iloilo's way.
Audi's not an easy man to push around, but he took the full force of A Placito there.
A Placito, I gotta say it. He brings in that Mr. Incredible physique. Hence the name. Especially when he was helping out in the attack. What could you say, Jing? Placito at center back, playing a little safe.
Well, I do feel that Ernie Nieras has chosen to shore things up and ensure that there is a physical presence there in the middle. And also, on top of that, he wants to have the assurance that they'll be able to play out the back in a secure manner. And Placito, very good with the ball at his feet. Silva, similarly so. Sumusundo si Ciriliano. I think that gives them a great opportunity to progress centrally, despite if they're going to play short from the back.
There you go. As it's with Balot. And just to conclude, of course, our talk here on Stallion. Coach Ernie never afraid, of course, to make those changes. Very confident in the decisions that they would make. But here comes Kaya on the right. This one came off of Ciriliano. And it's a corner kick here for Iloilo. Looks like the rains have died down. That was just a brief shower from the looks of it. Making sure the pitch is a little cool. But here's the Lakeside squad. It's over to the right of our broadcast camera. Sa kaliwa naman, of course, we do have Ultras Kaya.
This is what it's about, Claro. Sunday night, great game at the Rizal Memorial Stadium in a battle where two teams are equal in ability. And a great opportunity there for Kaya to shake things up inside the box.
As Komaki gave it over to the right, will try to carry on this wave. It's another ball in, but the flag is up here as Diano came close. Schaffner appeared to be a little late, but nonetheless, the flag was up there. According to our linesman, Here was that last sequence.
Diano offside, but if Odi Menzi would have made contact there, he would have been onside, and that goal would have counted had he made the back of the net bulge.
And it's that game of fine margins, as we always say, as we always hear. As Laguna play this one over the top, and it's headed back to Peru. And Jing, we may have some new fans tuning in. Of course, they're always welcome to join. Baka magulat sila. Uy, bakit ang konti ng goals? Goalless here, but we're actually seeing quality right here, right?
100%. And these two teams are the two top scorers of the league. They've scored 61, I believe, for Stallion and 75 for Kaya FC-Iloilo.
Right.
So the chances are we're the two top scorers of the league that we're going to see some goals today. But in terms of what I'm seeing so far in the opening 13 minutes, it's been extremely intense, Claro, and the quality has been good. Tempo, very, very high.
And just to wrap up yung kinukwento ko rin kanina, going back to the pandemic, it was online press conferences, so we got to listen in. I do remember GM Mr. Paul Tolentino speaking for Kaya. Coach Ernie, coach and owner of Stallion. Laguna and Kaya FC Iloilo were supposed to play the opener. Yung concern daw, opening game, madami siguro may yellow card or red card. So I think that's something we can also put here, because this is not the last game of the season. They still have games, but we might have that show of cards in this game. I think we wouldn't be surprised if it would happen. Nandun yung intensity kasi these guys want it.
Certainly wouldn't be surprised if this game became physical. Both teams are known to get into a great battle. 21 times they've gone head-to-head, and almost every one of those games has been intense. There were some times where perhaps Kaya have had the better of Stallion in recent years. Pero historically, regardless of the positioning in the table, parating bakbakan yan between Stallion and Kaya.
Although most of the wins, yes, went Kaya's way, all of those games were close and were treats for us to watch as they got this to Gayoso. Got a chance, but Cortez was out of his line and did get to stop Komaki. As Ciriliano played it quickly. Gomez, Schaffner. As they play this one, Biru, but there's Finn McDaniel looking on. And on the bench, you do see, as we'll focus first on this replay,
they've developed such a dangerous partnership, Komaki and Gayoso, the top scorers para sa Kaya. But on the opposite end, nakita mo dun, great ball from Schaffner, and the willingness to keep the run going mula kay McDaniel, forcing Beru to clear.
As it's over, Arboleda now triggering the counter. Stallion asking for offside, but the flag is down. Open goal, Gayoso. There's Manieres, but the flag was eventually raised. But initially we saw it was down. Very interesting, Jing.
Took a moment to put up the flag, the assistant referee. And I hope we get an opportunity to see that one, because everybody, at least the coaching staff of Kaya, were up off their seats. And that's Harvey Gayoso in a nutshell right there. So much pace to chase that ball in behind. And those long limbs getting to the ball first and causing all kinds of trouble for Cortez.
As we do see a man take a fall. Looks like it's Balot.
Ito makikita natin. Obviously, you won't be able to see the line there from the point of the pass, but he scored in the Champions League like this. Itong si Harvey Gayoso, you give him the room to run in behind, and he is a problem.
And as we mentioned that over the course of the season, these two teams, Stallion, Kaya, let's add Cebu into the mix as Beru clears this. We've seen, of course, the lower-ranked teams make simple mistakes. Big guns, top-caliber teams, make them pay a hefty, hefty price.
At yan naman talagang glaring na nakikita natin dito sa PFL. No? There are levels to this game. And as you get higher in the levels, mistakes get punished more and more. And in this game, the stakes are incredibly high. And definitely there's very little room for error.
It's over to Komaki inside, and it's off of Gabe Silva. They get the stop, but Komaki has been causing problems of sorts on the left. Possession, no surprise, 50-50 here.
Great defending mula kay Gabe Silva. Closing off the angle to the far post shot.
As we do have this corner kick. Both teams have had their free kicks. Well, for Kaya, it's been a bit of free kicks for Stallion. Free kicks for Stallion, corners for Kaya rather. As this is sent in. Stallion's defense send it back to the middle. Arboleda and McDaniel to chase. Sent back to the Kaya attacking third, but it runs out for a throw-in.
Great chance here for Kaya. Komaki, angle is wide. And you can see Gabe Silva closing the angle. He's been a revelation this season. Shuto Komaki alongside the midfield of Yamazaki and Park Yi-young. Very, very solid pickups this season for Kaya.
As Finn McDaniel gets to meet it, it's sent to the middle. But it was denied well by Saito. This Kaya team, of course, with a lot of Japanese influence. Their players, of course, a lot of their foreign players are Japanese. Coach Yu Hoshide, of course, the Japanese national himself. As this one is up for grabs. Let's call that a playoff foul on Audi Menzi. Right there.
He's the captain of Kaya. He's been experienced now at the top level for a long time, Audi Menzi. You can see his experience there in that position, not hurrying, trusting his touch.
As it's played from the back, we'll get the second ball here. So we were mentioning, of course, Kaya with a lot of Japanese influence. Of course, these are the foreign players, of course, yung reinforcements to add to the local Filipino players that are here present. For Stallion, on the other hand, they do have that, you can say, American influence. Their overseas players, of course, would get scouted by assistant coach and team co-owner Clint McDaniel, who is on the sidelines. As Placito lets this one roll out. So again, teams are allowed to play 6 foreigners on the pitch. As we do have the reins again. So you're allowed to have 5 outfield players and a foreigner, while 1 there can be a foreign goalkeeper.
It's changed the game quite a bit this season, that new rule. It allows for a bit more quality on the pitch, and I'm sure the quality of trainings have increased tremendously as well. When you look at the Stallion lineup in particular, napakarami nilang foreign players. Of course, 6 are allowed on the pitch, but you can have as many as you want in your roster, and they certainly maximize that.
As it's Ciriliano contra Eso. Right, there is talk in social media from the community. Stallion can field 11 players. Put a foreigner. But they can do that in training, of course. But here, there's the rules that we just spoke about. Nieras here, but the ball was loose. It goes back to Kaya FC. We are 21 minutes into the first half. And it is Kaya FC-Iloilo and Stallion Laguna goalless as we speak. As Walid Beru will continue this match. Stallion Laguna in their white, Kaya FC-Iloilo in their black and yellow. You're catching this game on pfl.org.ph, Blast TV, Premier Football, and Premier Sports. Alongside Jing Hamlang, this is Clara Manzano bringing the commentary for this match together with pitchside reporter Naj Miravalles. Jing, we're like 25% into the game. How would you assess these teams?
The thing I love about this contest so far is that you have to fight for everything, right? Nothing is given for free, and a lot of these clubs have been having their way in their last few outings, racking up score lines, and they've been given time on the ball. They've been allowed to get into spaces very easily to threaten their opponents. This time, lahat kailangan mong paghirapan. Entry pass into midfield, an entry pass into the opposition third, and everything is contested. And you're seeing the battles all over the pitch. Fascinating to watch.
Everyone absolutely locked in. You lift off the gas pedal just a bit, and your opponent could just pounce. But would you say it's even here? No advantage for Kaya or Stallion?
Yes, I would say it's been a very even game. And this is what we expected, a proper battle between these two teams.
Again, we did mention historically, or history favors Kaya, but all of those games, they sure had to sweat hard to get the win. Two founding clubs again in the PFL. And this might be the longest running matchup right in Philippine football history, as there's this diagonal ball, Melisa versus Nieras. Still no support. Now Gayoso comes, and Abe Placito gets the stop along with Matt Nieras. Diano here. Cortez said this one was overplayed.
Goodness me, what a pass from Shuto Komaki. He's hit that diagonal almost like he's got eyes at the back of his head. To fire that into the path of Jesus Melisa speaks of the quality of the Japanese playmaker and attacker. Janjan Melisa trying to get that onto his favorite left foot to fire onto goal. But it was the pass from Komaki that was the most impressive in that sequence.
And this one will continue Iloilo's way. The grandstand, of course, with a great number of spectators. We have a look at Park. And tremendous. He did get experience at the Bundesliga level. But what's so great is he played in the UFL even before peaking in his career. Dumaan siya dito sa pipeline.
Siguro yung pinaka-surprising dun, hindi lang na dahil naglaro siya sa United Football League, kundi ang nilaroan niya na kupunan, let's just say with all due respect, wasn't one of the contenders in that division. So to make a jump from, let's say, one of the minnows of the UFL to the second level of German football is quite a leap. And it speaks to the character of Park Ji-young that it's not, you know, his track record, but the character of the man that shows that he has a lot of confidence in himself. And he's come here to the Philippines and he's become an instant leader at Kaya and really dictates the quality in that midfield of theirs.
And of course, Park, their South Korean midfielder. As there is a man down for Kaya, it's Akito Saito. But they're carrying on the attack here, Yamazaki and company, but the flag is up again here. It's Melisa.
Yung midfield battle natin in particular is going to be fascinating to watch. Claro, you've got there Yamazaki, Eso, as well as Park Ji-young in the middle para sa Kaya. Meanwhile, para sa Stallion, you're going to have Ciriliano, you have Gomez there, and Schaffner, who's going to be drifting into that central zone. It's going to be very interesting who's going to get the better of the two teams.
Yes, Arboleda got clipped by Galeana Trujillo. If we were talking about Park for Kaya, and there is Ciriliano for Stallion, he did play for Argentina at the U20 level. That speaks volumes already.
Pinaka-interesting mula dito kay Ciriliano, of course, alam natin yung kalidad ng player na yan. But he hasn't, it's almost as if he hasn't been playing at full throttle against some of the opposition. But in this game, talaga makikita natin ano ba talaga yung kakayanan niya. Kasi no choice eh. You have to go all out in this game. And I think early on, we're already seeing bits and pieces of his quality.
This is the chance, of course, here. This is the barometer for the two teams. As one gets it in the middle, playing it to Balot, Akito Saito there trying to lock him down. Park also dropping down to help the Kaya defense. Pickering trying to get involved. Things have been working out for Pickering this season. Although he's a striker, he'd play wing back, he'd play defender. Abe Placito almost lost his footing there. How often do we say that? On this one long here, this is where Gayoso is very dangerous. There's still Gabe Silva and Freddy Cortez. Silva took a fall, but Cortez gets the stop here.
Great chance for Kaya. Harvey Gayoso doing what he does best, but Gabe Silva's hard work to create a bit of hesitation para kay Harvey Gayoso was enough in the end. Didn't get to sort out his feet immediately. And Cortez pulling off a great stop.
Freddy Cortez, a big boost to Laguna again. Same way also for Wally Biru, as we said earlier. But there's Harvey Gayoso again. Entire grandstand up there. Kaya fans anticipating things. Stallion fans just looking on, holding on to the edge of their seats. Yamazaki with a cross to the other end. Melisa will try to secure and keep it on for them. Jano, Park. Was operating well first in tight space, but here comes Gomez. Still bringing it up. Finn McDaniel versus Akito Saito. There's Odi Menzi anchoring the middle. Finn on the left. Trying to get through. Saito, tough guy to beat. Beru eventually gets this one. Teams here not letting up.
Great battle between these two strikers today. At nakikita natin yung abilidad ng dalawa and the amount of pace that these two players have. Any other player, that ball would have run out for a goal kick. Finn McDaniel getting there to deliver that ball into the danger zone. Wala nga lang siyang kakampi na nandun to take advantage as Beru spilled that initially.
We did see that spill from Beru then earlier. That first play of the game, he did not get to secure the ball, but again, it might have been a hit from Odi Menzi to his chest. But are there any doubts or sort of question marks here? Dalawang beses na Jing, a little shaky handling. We've seen Beru do much better.
I'd say Beru is one of, if not the best goalkeeper right now in the league. And while this has not been as comfortable a start for him, he hasn't done anything particularly wrong yet. And he's picked up he's been taking up the right position, so I don't think Kaya would be too worried.
So he still gets the job done, of course, but a little scary looks here and there as we are approaching the 30th minute of the match. We'd like to remind you that Star Polaris is the official match ball of the Philippines Football League as they play this ball. And Galiana Trujillo, the intended target, with Beru there again. I think you heard us.
A great example of good goalkeeping there, anticipating where the danger was going to be.
It's Placito trying to contain Gayoso. How often, Jing, do we see someone much bigger than Gayoso but is able to keep up a bit, not running in a straight line, but of course bodying each other up?
Well, they're always going to try to be physical with Harvey, and I think that's an aspect of his game that he's improved greatly on, is understanding to take the impact and still be able to get his legs going. At nakita natin dun sa sequence na yun, yeah, Placito was in a better spot, pero Gayoso, he's relentless. He's still got a foot in. He makes it difficult for you. It's going to be a battle, that's for sure.
It's picked up again by the keeper. Two long balls for Stallion, and they didn't get to connect. Komaki, Park. Great vision here. Over to Jan Melisa. There's Diano trying to support Abe Placito. And it's eventually into the gloves of Cortez. 30 minutes or 31 minutes into this game already. And it's been absolute quality again. Sereliano. It looks like we'll try to slow this one down a bit. Cortez, he's shown us the knack for distributing. As we see here, Galiana, what Fitch Arboleda, the victor there. Odi to Park. Kaya will swing it their way. Kaya trying to sort out the midfield when there was that wall of Stallion. Galiana in the middle, over to Balot. They couldn't play Fendo. Ori Menzi. Napanggaan dito, Gomez and Menzi. Odi still down. Esso will opt to carry on. Menzi appears to be okay. But Gabe Silva just bullied Komaki to send it out to delay the Kaya attack. No option, so they'll just take their sweet time.
Just a coming together there between Gomez and Gayoso, or rather Menzi. It doesn't look like any lasting damage, but it's going to keep Oli Menzi from continuing here.
Arboleda got it from Komaki. We've been highlighting the goal scorers in this game, but let's try to run through the top players in the assists category when we can. As Gabe Silva wins a throw-in for Stallion, but it's from deep. Schaffner off of Gomez. This one just sent to no man's land. Will Cortez keep it in? No, he'll just let it go out. But in the assist category, the leader in my numbers, we do have Harvey Gayoso, 4 assists with Kaya FC and 4 Stallion. And it's become 1 Galiana, Trujillo, and Theo. The 2 foreign players, 6 assists each. Actually, with Kaya, it's Gayoso and Komaki. So their top scorers for Kaya are also the top players in assists.
At hindi ako masusupresa, klaro, kung sa isa't isa nila pinapasa yung bola at sa mga goals din nila yon.
A highlight there, going Kaya's way. Esso.
Great anticipation from Charles Pickering there. If he was bypassed, it would have been a big problem for Stallion.
Ciriliano over to Juan. The Argentina to Mexico connection. Fitz Arboleda. Biru applauding that.
It's not an easy task keeping Galiana quiet, but Fitch Arboleda did ever so well to keep his body in the way, in between the ball.
An absolute lockdown player in the defense of Kaya. Also a regular even when they were playing in the AFC Champions League. Very consistent for them. 10 minutes away until additional time in the first half. Again, it's Kaya FC-Iloilo in their black and yellow uniforms. And Stallion Laguna are in their all white, as you see Finn McDaniel.
Alalahanin natin na medyo special din tong larong to para kay Janjan Manisa, pati kay Fitch Arboleda. Players that were long-time Stallion players, actually, before transferring to Kaya.
Someone in the stands also, si Noy Pelonco. Significant stints with Stallion and Kaya. I didn't want to pressure him anymore. Pusider yon. I didn't ask him anymore. Noy Pelonco did recently play for Stallion though. He was a fixture in their midfield last year in AFC competition. As they whip in the cross here, going for Komaki, but it is over the bar.
That one coming from Janjan Mediza. Great ball into the box. And look at that. He spotted the run of Komaki all alone, wide open. He's furious with himself that he did not get that on target. Great opportunity created by Kaya.
As of late, we've seen these chances, or most of them, go Kaya FC's way. But Stallion did have some earlier also. As Gomez is down, I think he took a knock to the back. Pumito na yung ref. Tumayo na kagad.
Dalawang beses na natin nakikita ngayon mula sa Kaya their ability to create chances from one wing to the other, from Komaki to Meliza, and then Meliza to Komaki. It's going to be an aspect of their game to watch in this match.
Some build-up now from Kaya. We will take it pitch side to Najmer Valles for an update.
Claro and Jing, this is the first time Francisco Javier Gomez is seeing action this season. And according to him, it's also his first time to see the Rizal Stadium for a very big game like this. And you can definitely see the excitement on his face a while ago. Pancho, as what they call him, is well aware of the huge responsibility on his shoulders, and he has been preparing for this for a while now. And he is looking forward to show today what he's made of. As I said it back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Naj. We were mentioning it earlier in the debut ni Francisco or Pancho Gomez. We got that heads up or insight from Naj earlier as he just formally gave us that report. Grabe, Jing. First time at the Rizal Memorial Stadium. Big game na kaagad. Wala siyang warm-up or anything.
Wala, diretso, tapon sa apoy. Itong si Gomez, and so far ang nakikita natin is handa siya para sa laban na to. He's been effective para sa Stallion. He has not been overawed by the occasion whatsoever, and he has been a stabilizing force there in the middle for Coach Orniñeras.
And with that also, of course, that could potentially be a curveball in this game. High stakes again. Throw in.
That's a great point, actually, Claro. No, you can't prepare for somebody you've never seen.
Yeah.
And certainly he's going to be parang a random variable in this game para kay Coach Yu Hoshide.
Hindi na scout kasi, right? As we said, first appearance. But I know you did mention he's doing okay so far, but it's still the early stages, or we're barely halfway into the game. Chemistry, will that be a factor here? We'll find out, but I guess time will tell, especially in the latter stages of the game. As we see Freddy Cortez, who's about to give us a goal kick. This one ping-ponging around.
There's a saying that quality players tend to find a way to create quality on the pitch. And alongside this man, Siciliano, in midfield, Gomez has looked right at home.
Quite a matchup we just saw pictured there. Yamazaki and Adrian Siciliano. Stallion did tease us on social media. If you guys love Christian Ivanovsky last season, wait until you see his friends. Si Siciliano daw yung friend, siya daw yung kaibigan. Eso and Liza.
Great strong header there from Saito to win that ball.
Yamazaki over to Komaki. Schaffner. Park. Diagonal ball here, the switch. And here comes the cross. Schaffner got his head to it. Galiana just got it out to safety.
It's better covering mula kay Christian Schaffner. Nangangailangan na aware siya kung saan pumupunta si Komaki. He's so dangerous with his movement.
Schaffner was rested in one of the previous games of Stallion due to a minor injury. Just precaution. Perhaps they were saving him for this game.
Pag nakikita mo si Shuto Komaki, mukha siyang player na kaya mo siyang i-bully, kaya mo siyang i-take advantage of physically. But when you look how clever he is on the pitch, you start to understand why he seems to be always all alone.
He has that vision, of course, and knack for reading the game. So here comes the corner. This one taken a little strong. Gomez. Neliza. Gayoso. Things a bit in disarray because we came off a corner kick. Komaki. Over to Park now. And in the left, but Cortez gets this one. But it's in the midfield now. Eso over to Arboleda. So Jing, you were saying, no, looks can be deceiving.
100%, but that's a sign of a clever player. You have the likes of Komaki, who would be similar to somebody like, you know, Luka Modric, or, you know, Messi's not particularly physically imposing character, but it's the spaces they know to take up, the timing of their runs that make them very dangerous.
Arboleda just didn't get the right touch there. Cortez eventually gets it. There was some chaos in the last spell. But yeah, you said it.
Pa-konti-konti, klaro, medyo nararamdaman natin Kaya on the ascendancy here, having more of the ball, creating more danger inside the box of Stallion.
Wrong footing maybe from Arboleda. We've seen him do better.
I'm not sure if he was actually trying to pass that left-footed and did not make the contact. If it was an attempted pass, it would have been fantastic. Kasi nakita mo si Kumaki, libreng-libre. But it could have been a shot as well. Not sure.
But this was the last play. Veteran to the veteran.
And certainly ang isang aspeto ng laro na to na kailangan natin mapuna. As Harvey Goyoso is manufacturing a chance here.
But takes it on target here, but not enough power to trouble the keeper. Pwede ko babalik ta rin sometimes, but let's take a look at the replay first.
Can't fault him for shooting there. May chances siyang ipasa kay Kumaki. A safer option for him, but he rounded the corner, saw a side of the goal. And as a striker, you'd love for him to take a chance, and he did so.
It's with Gomez. Over to Schaffner. Out wide. Trying to take on Arboleda. Schaffner. But that one was cleared. Gomez. Back to Christian. He has Division II experience again in the NCAA. Matt Nieras. Matt Nieras just a silent operator at the back. But Kaya FC get this one now and are trying to pounce in the counter. Numbers favoring Kaya of sorts though, as that shot was blocked. And here comes Juan to recover up against Fitch. There's also the support as expected dito. Mula kay Yamazaki. And it's a foot race now. Finn McDaniel, but the flag is up.
Wow, I don't know about that. The run was from deep for Finn McDaniel. In the end, he did not get it on target. But look how quick Finn McDaniel is. Gets it behind of Audi Menzi. He shanks it wide. But you can see he's upset because he can't believe that he was offside there. He might have had a point.
That's the most animated that I have seen him in his career. Well, hey, it's a big game again. So we were saying earlier, looks can be deceiving. Minsan may baliktad. Kakatakot yung tingnan, pero paglaro, medyo iba na yung skill set, diba? But that doesn't really happen at this level. But it does happen in the world of sports. As we have 2 minutes of additional time, as Samuel Mendoza confirmed on the ground, along with venue announcer David Yumol. As there was that loose pass dito mula sa Kaya. We hear the drums, of course, beating. It's the Ultras Kaya. On the other side of the grandstand to the right, it's the Lakeside squad again. Oh, Stallion. Gabe Silva. But just gifted over here. I see you shaking your head, Jing, as Komaki drives this one in the middle. And so there's Nieras also. Melisa, Pickering there, the shot taken, and that is the goal for Kaya FC. 1-0 at a time in the first half. What an absolute stunner here. My, oh my. I've never seen you react like that, Jing.
An incredible finish from Janjan Melisa. He's curled that in. From the far side, he's wrapped his left foot, and it's an absolute beauty to open the scoring here at the Rizal Memorial Stadium.
Let's take a look at it right here.
Spectacular. Not much you can do there if you're Cortez. It's hit the side netting. So much quality in that left foot of Melisa. he manufactured a little bit of space, and Stallion have been punished dearly.
We let Jan Meliza and the crowd do the talking right there at that replay. We were just observing and appreciating. It's always been game on in this one again. But it's a wake-up call for Laguna. And Kaya sneak one in right before the halftime whistle. It's 1-0 again, courtesy of that stunner, that banger from Jan Meliza. Here at the Rizal Memorial Stadium, Kaya FC with that slim lead. There's so much more to see here, Jing, but it's been a treat. 45 minutes pa lang dito.
Game has been so tight, and you felt a moment of magic was necessary to unlock either defense, and we certainly got a moment of magic, Claro.
And there you go. There's Joven Bidik and company, but we'll have a short break as we'll eventually head over after a bit to your halftime highlights and statistics.
Football teaches us how to win, as well as how to accept defeat gracefully. Then go on to do our best in the next game. Follow this trail, boys. Let your opponents and teammates remember your name. Let play a role in the future of football.
With Kelme, leave your mark.
Football teaches us how to win, as well as how to accept defeat gracefully. Then go on to do our best in the next game. Follow this trail, boys. Let your opponents and teammates remember your name. Let play a role in the future of football.
With Kelme, leave your mark.
Football teaches us how to win, as well as how to accept defeat gracefully. Then go on to do our best in the next game. Follow this trail, boys. Let your opponents and teammates remember your name. Let play a role in the future of football.
With Kelme, leave your mark.
Football teaches us how to win, as well as how to accept defeat gracefully. Then go on to do our best in the next game. Follow this trail, boys. Let your opponents and teammates remember your name. Let play a role in the future of football.
With Kelme, leave your mark.
Football teaches us how to win, as well as how to accept defeat gracefully. Then go on to do our best in the next game. Follow this trail, boys. Let your opponents and teammates remember your name. Let play a role in the future of football.
With Kelme, leave your mark.
Football teaches us how to win, as well as how to accept defeat gracefully. Then go on to do our best in the next game. Follow this trail, boys. Let your opponents and teammates remember your name. Let play a role in the future of football.
With Kelme, leave your mark.
Football teaches us how to win, as well as how to accept defeat gracefully. Then go on to do our best in the next game. Follow this trail, boys. Let your opponents and teammates remember your name. Let play a role in the future of football.
With Kelme, leave your mark.
Football teaches us how to win, as well as how to accept defeat gracefully. Then go on to do our best in the next game. Follow this trail, boys. Let your opponents and teammates remember your name. Let play a role in the future of football.
With Kelme, leave your mark.
Football teaches us how to win, as well as how to accept defeat gracefully. Then go on to do our best in the next game. Follow this trail, boys. Let your opponents and teammates remember your name. Let play a role in the future of football.
With Kelme, leave your mark.
Football teaches us how to win, as well as how to accept defeat gracefully. Then go on to do our best in the next game. Follow this trail, boys. Let your opponents and teammates remember your name. Let play a role in the future of football.
With Kelme, leave your mark.
Bring you the continuing coverage of Philippines Football League action right here. It's Kaya FC-Iloilo leading 1-0 over Stallion Laguna FC. Jan Meliza just gave us an absolute banger right here. Both teams, of course, did bring in that intensity. It's a league format again, so every game counts, especially this one with that finals-like atmosphere, intensity. Kaya FC out to continue protecting their lead at the top of the table, while Laguna are still mathematically in the hunt for the title, but they need the win here or they may lose out just because of the result right here, because they did drop points already over the course of the season. Highlights aplenty. Jing Harvey Gayoso did not convert, but he's been causing trouble also. And we do see Balot and the likes of Juan and Finn getting involved dito sa kabila sa Stallion.
They've had a few opportunities to get in behind itong Stallion Laguna. Of course, Finn McDaniel disappointed that he was called for offside, but equally on the opposite end, Shuto Komaki in particular, Harvey Gayoso in particular, looking very dangerous, getting in behind of the back line of Stallion.
It sure has been an intense game, of course, keeping everyone tense, keeping everyone at the edge of their seats. There was a busy man there in Freddy Cortez, but here's Gayoso again, just displaying what we were talking about. A shot on target, but not enough for the keeper. But this, Jing, the golden moment.
We've
Just
had some
wow.
great goals this season, Claro, but this one could go down as a contender for goal of the season. The angle completely against them, and on top of that, the importance of the goal. A massive one right before halftime as well.
As we see the statistics here, shots all going Kaya FC's way, but our head statistician, Enzo Lucino, did point out there's something here. Chances created. Stallion did create that. It doesn't carve out a shot, but they made Walid Biru work. But what else do the numbers tell us?
Well, specifically in the back half of that opening period, nakita natin medyo nagkaroon na ng control ang Kaya. Sila na nagdidikta ng laro at sila na nagkikreate ng more opportunities. At nakikita yan sa mga numero on your screen right now. 8 of them of those shots on target, and they were making the back line work more and more, and that pressure paid off.
I think you were saying in the latter stages of the first half, Kaya, we're getting into this game and growing in, as we would like to remind you that we are powered by 8 Cuts Burgers, the official catering partner of the Philippines Football League. Get your onion rings here while you're at it at the grandstand. The Philippine football community sure does love that, as we see Stallion pictured on the other hand. Contrasting agendas, obviously, coming out of their respective locker rooms. it's got to be tense regardless. Kahit Kaya locker or Stallion locker.
Well, it's going to be tense, but of course, the feeling is going to be a lot more positive inside the Kaya camp. They've worked hard and they got the just rewards for their effort. They're going to feel extremely confident going into the second half.
Jan Meliza, the FEU star, he did spend a significant time in Stallion also. Jing, you were pointing that out also earlier. As we have Finn McDaniel to kick off the second half. It's all to play for here. This is where heroes are made. This is where legends are made. Two teams again in this titanic clash. Defending champs, Kaya FC-Iloilo.
Big call from Coach Ernie Nieras. He's removed Ciriliano and placed in Magson Dorado into the game. He's going to rely on having Pickering in the middle alongside Gomez. At para piliin mo yung bagong player na si Gomez to stay on the pitch is a testament of faith that Nieres is showing to his new player, who, to be fair, has had a good debut so far. And he's looking for more dynamism on the wing. So, babalik na siya dun sa tried and tested niya na si Trujillo, si Galiana Trujillo nasa isang side at si Magson Dorado nasa kabilang panig.
Because when we were running through the team sheets when this game started, nagulat ka na wala si Magson Dorado sa starting, no? But he's on the bench as we have this stop here for Freddy Cortez and company. Just to run through it also, that goal of Jan Meliza was number 6 of the season. As it's over with Pancho Gomez. We have some stuff to insert also. As we see Nieras get it over here. Looks like they're taking it slow because it's at the back. Nieras back to Freddy Cortez. We were talking about the battle of the keepers again. Cortez and Walid Biru level in terms of clean sheets, but Biru obviously with the upper hand here, as we will take it pitch side to Najmer Valles for another update.
Kahit anumang opensa ang dala ng Stallions, Captain Men's team are ready dahil pinag-aralan talaga nila ang bawat kilos ng Stallions. Kaya sa tuwing pupunta sa gilid ng Stallions kung saan sila malakas, unahan na daw nila Captain Menzi. And Captain Menzi is proud of their clean sheet and he plans to keep it that way. Kaya daw trinabaho talaga nila ang kanilang transition defense and how to counter the attack of the Stallions. As I send it back to you, gentlemen.
There you go. Quite an update here, of course.
Fantastic. And an insight into the mindset of the backline of Kaya FC Iloilo. Napapansin nga natin, napaka-agresibo nila in transition. When that ball gets played into that final third, they are on top of their men. And as you can see there, Arboleda not giving Galiana room to turn. We will see if similarly Magson Dorado will get similar treatment from Diano. Pero talagang sinusubukan nilang patayin yung outlets sa wing para sa Stallion kung saan nakikita nila yun yung strong suit ng mga nakaputi.
As Eso half cleared that one, Pickering gave it over to Matt Nieras. It's Nieras versus Gayoso. They did not get to play against each other in the collegiate ranks. Dito na lang sa PFL. Gayoso in the middle. Over now. A little shake and bake, but it came off the back line here. You see the frustration from Komaki on the other end. Close call. Pancho Gomez. And interesting, Jing, because we'll take a look at this one first.
Stallion need to be very, very careful. They're getting opened up a little too easily at the start of this second half. Twice now that ball has entered centrally where they did not have numerical superiority. And if you're going to gamble and have Harvey Gayoso go one-on-one against your center back, you might regret it.
He just hit the bullseye right there, as we saw that unsuccessful attempt from Juan earlier. So right there was this big question mark heading into the game, because si Francisco or Pancho Gomez is making his debut. Sabi nga ni Naj, first time niya dito sa Rizal Memorial. Sino nga ba siya? Because he is not even in the online profile of Stallion Laguna FC. So we did some digging, we could say. Guess our source, Chandler McDaniel. And Chandler, of course, did say that Pancho Gomez did play club football with Finn McDaniel growing up in the United States, specifically in Corona, California, where we hear that soccer, as they call it, is very competitive there sa States. Chandler here, of course, to support Stallion FC. Their family is a co-owner of the club, but also McDaniel, a women's national team player, na si Chandler. We do have a lot of them in the grandstand too.
No, it's fantastic. You know, this is a football community event, and it's fantastic to see everybody come out and enjoy the action and the atmosphere here at the Rizal Memorial Stadium.
We have the lights on, the cameras, the drums beating from the two Ultras groups here. And of course, it's Ultras Kaya, the happier squad as we speak. And 5 minutes in, we pretty much went through the expectations already dito sa second half. Now it's about execution, and we will definitely watch this one closely.
This is an extremely important half of football para sa Stallion Laguna. Nangangailangan sila ng 3 puntos sa laban na to to keep their title hopes alive. If they are unable to get that, they are out of the race. So this is it for them. And what you'd like to see mula sa Stallion Laguna in the next 40 minutes or so is talagang ibuhos nila ang lahat.
As there was this pressure piled up by Kaya, but just stopped by Stallion. But there is a man down dito sa likod. Si Gabe Silva yun, mukhang okay na siya. As A. Placito just bulldozes his way through. They need that incredible effort again from him. When he ran out of space, walang angulo dun. Park on the receiving end of some gulang, we will say, from Finn McDaniel. But there was, we could say, that clear intent.
Justified yellow para kay Finn McDaniel. Came in late, nowhere near the ball. And it's basically just an expression of frustration mula sa frontman ng Stallion Laguna. Kita mo naman doon, ang layo na ng bola. Half a step late.
Wala yung intention to go for the ball, as we would often hear. And it's been a bit frustrating here for Laguna, but smiles again for Kaya, as we said. There was that close call earlier, right, where McDaniel received a through ball, pero offside out. They were arguing that it was onside. That's one chance. Another one, the first attack of the game. Stallion had that chance from point blank. I'm only mentioning it because, of course, those are chances gone begging.
Yep, definitely.
As another one or another chance to double the lead here.
Nabanggit nga natin yun, no, Claro, in the beginning of the game na kung babalikan nila yung chance na yun in the first minute, and would they regret it? And I would say it's certainly an aspect of the game that cannot be ignored. No? You had the ball bounce right in front of you, just in front of the 6-yard box. You got to hit the target there. But they did it on that occasion.
Well, Kaya also had their close chances, but we do not have to raise those questions because nako-convert sila. They got the breakthrough again behind John Meliza in the first minute of additional time sa ating first half as he racked up goal number 6 in the season. There's confirmation again sa dilaw ni Finn McDaniel, as there is some gamer time management from Walid Peru, just trying to get into the head also.
You know, yung pinakita doon ni Finn McDaniel could be exactly what his side needs, despite him being punished with a yellow for it. But they need to make this a fight now. They need to make things perhaps a little bit ugly and get into unsettle Kaya a little bit, because they found their comfort zone in this game. And if they are going to find a way back right now, nagkukulang yung chances created nila eh. So siguro kailangan nila i-shake up yung laro ng konti, make it more of a fight, make it a test of wills, so to speak, no? And perhaps that could be an avenue to victory for them.
As there was this long ball, easily stopped here by the Kaya back line. And that was from Odi Menzi, no surprise. Gomez. Schaffner kay Balot. Park. Even I fell for his fake there. Gayoso. Will they be able to meet it? It's a foot race. Pero lamang si Christian Schaffner lets it roll out because it's going their way. Just 9 minutes into the second half. We see Stallion Laguna again in their all white. Kaya FC in their black and yellow. Alongside Jingham Lang. This is Claro Manzano bringing the commentary for this one. You were catching the games on pfl.org.ph, Blast TV, Premier Football, and Premier Sports. Here comes Kaya now, getting into the box. Gayoso. But over in again, a dangerous chance. These are the heart attack moments, you could say. That could just potentially pave way to another goal for Kaya.
Crucial sliding tackle mula kay Gomez to deny Komaki the shot. Pero doon natin nakikita yung number of assists ng dalawang players at yung abilidad nilang mahanap ang isa't isa inside the box. Very impressive talaga si Komaki at si Harvey Gayoso. They are seeing one another out there on the pitch.
The leaders in assists again for Kaya, Gayoso, Komaki, 5 each, and they are also the leading scorers of Kaya. But it's Harvey Gayoso, outright number 1, not just for Kaya, but also in the league. But Dorado there, he's got past Beliza, Placito, Pancho, Gomez. This one rolling out. You could say Yamazaki did his job there to delay the attack. Dorado, the man with 5 league experience, the Brazilian. Pickering. But you love that effort again from Yamazaki, their attacking midfielder, the Japanese player. Gabe Silva. Balot. Someone appeared to get in the way of the cross, but this one, I think, Menzi was megged. But nonetheless, nandun si Walid Biru. Keeper's got your back, and you like that.
Doctora has now swung out to the right side para sa Stallion.
Well, here comes Gayoso. Couldn't get it into the back of the net, but he did send it past Cortez. Harvey Gayoso doing Harvey Gayoso things.
I think the keeper saved that one, Claro. But we're going to see it here. Great run, great find, and a great attempt. And he smacked that away. Cortez backtracking, sorting his feet, and getting up in the air to deny Harvey Gayoso what would have been a spectacular goal.
Just tapped it out, or tinapik as they say. Chan Meliza. Is he gonna add an assist to add to his goal? I'm asking that because it's a corner that he'll be giving us. There's a look at the Lakeside squad. We did get to see Ultraskaya also earlier, but here comes the service now, the header! And they get the insurance goal. 2-0 for Kaya FC, the defending champions. Get what they ordered.
Right on cue. Claro, would he get an assist? Yes, he did. Perfection at the far corner. All Odi Menzi had to do was get it on target, and he blasted it in.
Let's take a look at that from another angle here.
Perfect header. Beautifully executed by Kaya. And you have to say, it was coming. They started the second half extremely well. And now they've made it 2.
Ori Menzi giving a two-way effort, but here comes Gayoso now! And stopped by the defense. Fire still alive here. Meliza, shake and bake. Still Meliza. Gabe Silva got it desperately. Ori Menzi bagged his 3rd of the season. Yes, the numbers are a little higher again. But the goals here, of course, just mean so much. High stakes. Kaya want to inch closer to the trophy. Laguna desperate to keep their title hopes alive. Balot. They'll need every ounce of experience from him. Gomez back to Balot. And here comes the cross. But it eventually goes outside. I also want to point out with Stallion playing their 13th game of the season, they will be ending their campaign in Cebu.
But it's going to have a completely different flavor if they're unable to turn this game around, Claro, because they will be heading into that match knowing full well that they are no longer challengers.
And if that happens, yung nakakalungkot, the max they will do is play spoilers. And that's what happened last PFL also with Stallion picking up a draw versus Cebu at the end. Cebu needed the win to keep title hopes alive. That's exactly what happened. Mr. Tassi and Coach Ernie confirmed rivalry na daw yan with them. Well, let's focus on the action here again. Gomez kay Placito. If they need that Mr. Incredible from a Placito, it will have to be now.
Harvey Cayoso throwing his body around. He's picked up a yellow card here.
And we finally saw a Placito hit the floor. First time ata.
Parang naalala ata ni Harvey Cayoso yung nangyari kanina.
Early in the game, right? But also what you said, Jing, you said if Stallion want to get back into this one, but it's going to be tougher now with the scoreline. They'll have to get into the head dito of Kaya. But Kaya, right? Kasama sa game management, they can take that to Laguna too.
That is one thing na talagang masasabi natin dito sa Kaya FC-Iloilo team na meron ngayon si Coach Yu Hoshide, These guys are no spring chickens. Some of these guys might be young in age, but in terms of experience on the pitch, grabe na ang meron sila, And malaking parte dun yung time nila in the Champions League where they were able to play alongside personnel and players that were clever on the pitch, were strong, understood how to manage the game. And you can see here in terms of fight as well, hindi sila nagpapa-intimidate. And in fact, not only are they on top in this game, but that could be a message to Stallion that, listen, we're willing to scrap here. And it doesn't matter that we're already 2 goals up. So you'd like to see that from your striker.
The AFC Champions League again, the highest club competition in Asia. By doing that, they went to that big pond. But for Stallion, on the other hand, credit to them also, right? But they played in the AFC Cup. That's the second tier. They did get that great experience. Also for Coach Ernie as a coach, he did say in the press conferences, in their games. But AFC Champions League, absolutely elite here. That could possibly spell the difference from what we're concluding here.
Certainly a huge plus para sa koponan ng Stallion Laguna na makapaglaro sa AFC Cup. It's a great experience for them. Pero kung titingnan mo kasi yung dalawang koponan, this is a team as well mula sa Kaya that has stuck together. The core is the same. Nadagdagan lang sila ng mga foreign additions who have also been experienced and have increased the quality on the pitch.
Right, it's that very intact core ng homegrown players, right?
And not only did they do Champions League, Claro, but this is a team that won the league, that won the Copa Paulino Alcantara together. So, they know how to fight for one another out there on the pitch.
As we have a look at Matt Nieras, and we will eventually see a triple substitution for Coach Ernie Nieras and Coach Clint McDaniel. They'll take the roll of the dice. 3 subs, ibabagsak na nila. So coming in, we do see Jesus Salazar, Junior Sam, and the last one is Migs de Mesa. This will only be the second game of Migs de Mesa after recovering from an ACL injury. He was out for a very long, or it was almost 2 years he was out. And the thing here you have to be wary of dito kay Junior Sam is that he is a very efficient player.
see the substitutions here. They've taken Gabe Silva out. Finn McDaniel!
Inches off here. Almost caught them napping. Even us. With that quick turnaround here.
Doble yung sakit doon para sa Stallion Laguna because it's off target for Finn McDaniel and he seems to have hurt himself in the process as well. He smacked that one, got a lot of power on it. Ang problema, did not find the goal frame.
But it's still Walid Biru's in company to manage. You could say now, the sky is to lose because they have to manage this lead. It will be another test to them. And we spoke about it again with their experience. So just to repeat it, if it was mentioned, one player who was subbed off was Balot. But Cayoso got his over to Melisa. And the ball now again, but there's the stop by Cortez. It's still Cayoso. But it sent yards over the bar. But what a shot by Komaki, making the keeper work right before the Cayoso follow-up that was off target.
This could be a completely different game if not for the performance of Cortez. He's been big in between the sticks here para sa Stallion Laguna. A fantastic stop to deny Komaki.
Salazar, he may have given that long ball earlier to Finn McDaniel. Instant chance created. And it's sent over here to the left by Yamazaki.
It's getting very physical between Placito and Cayoso.
And this one now, it's a foot race. But Peru there again.
Placito started in the center of defense, moved into the center of midfield. Now he's back anchoring that back line for Coach Ernie Nieras. Very interesting substitutions, bringing on Salazar, Sam, and De Mesa. Huge challenge for De Mesa coming in place of Balot Doctora. He's going to be in the back line right now. A back line that has been under a lot of pressure. They've been bombarded in the last 10, 15 minutes.
And they gave in twice, as we see here. Well, here's a loose ball that they couldn't get to Park, but McDaniel couldn't get it to Dorado. We have not seen Dorado play his usual game, breaking down the left wing. But there is 20+ minutes in this game. Salazar, kay Placito. And the rain is pouring once more here at the Rizal Memorial Stadium in Manila. A gutsy slide by De Mesa. Gomez got it over to Junior Sam, taking it. Biru may have seen that it was off target already, but that's why they put in Junior Sam to give them offense. He's been able to score 10 goals. Majority have been off the bench for Coach Ernie.
He's a potent weapon, that's for sure, Junior Sam. In fact, nung nila-line up ni Janjan Melisa yung corner kick na eventually was turned in by Odi Menzi, nakikita natin naglalakad na siya para mag-warm up. You know? So it was already in the pipeline for Stallion that they were going to bring on Sam to change the game. And unfortunately, they're going to be trying to change this one from a 2-goal deficit rather than 1.
But with that sense of urgency, desperation for Laguna, they've been holding possession. But sense of urgency nga, because of a wake-up call, 2 goals. They're putting the pressure in Kaya now. What they're trying to negotiate here, as in Komaki. They're outside na yung bola. But there's a change for Kaya. You do see Marvin Angeles, and he is about to check in for player number 25, Eric Eso, who did deliver the assist to Jan Melisa. No drop in quality here. Angeles, in his previous stints with Kaya, he was the main man in the midfield.
Bit of a quiet game for Eric Eso, a man that Kaya relies on to do the dirty work. They did well enough to keep Stallion's midfield quiet. And again, as you said, may assist pa siya sa larong to. But he's going to be replaced by Marvin Angeles, a man that specializes in keeping it simple, keeping the ball.
Just to add to what you said with Esso, it's a dirty job, right? But somebody's got to do it. Eric Esso's the man here for Coach Yu. Salazar, Schaffner, Junior Sam trying to get his way in the middle now. And there you go. Game on. Laguna pull one back. First time in Rizal Memorial. First time to play in the PFL. First start for Stallion Laguna FC. I think it was Gomez who got it. Or it might be Finn McDaniel.
Great team goal mula sa Stallion Laguna. Gomez being found there right in front of goal. Ang makikita natin dito sa replay, bawal matulog sa PFL. You're gonna see Kaya fall asleep here. They thought somebody was offside in the entry. And with their hands up in the air, Stallion played on. And in the end, Gomez nag-iisa. Despite a sea of yellow and black inside the box, nobody picked up the free man. And Gomez just needed to get it on target there. 2-1, game on, Claro.
It's that curveball again, right? Of Coach Ernie and Coach Clint. First time lahat, Jing. Let's call him Mr. First Time. As it's over to Dorado now. Laguna brewing with confidence. Momentum on their side. This is what he likes to do. Dorado contra Diano. Kaya give up a corner, but Mardiano gets the job done.
Ang isa talaga na hindi mo pwedeng gawin kontra sa Stallion is to take your foot off the gas and to assume that it's in the bag. No chance against this team. They will fight till the end. And now, momentum squarely on the side of the white shirts now.
We saw Junior Sam bulldoze his way into the goalkeeper box. Kaya nagka-oportunidad sila. Pushing and shoving inside, and Salazar whips this one in. Biru couldn't get it. Two bodies taking a fall, but it is a call favoring Kaya FC. Now he's a marked man because of that goal. Gomez was decked.
As Gomez actually initiating all the contact there with Harvey Gayoso. And Gayoso making the referee aware of all the contact. Ito yung play kanina. Junior Sam may not be on the score sheet here, but he created that chance for Stallion.
First assist for Junior Sam this season, and a vital one, as there was that stop from Makito Saito. Dorado, but Pickering got it going the attacking way. Saito called to action now. And right, Jing, we've said it. These teams have been all out in the attack sa mga ibang laro, but with this game, it's back and forth. It's the first time we're seeing the back lines of these teams really, truly stressed.
Odimenzi, narinig natin kanina sa report ni Naj. Gusto niya sanang makip yung clean sheet nila. Importante para sa depensa na Leon. They've been breached here. At mukhang may additional na problema ang Kaya dahil namomblema dito. Si John Meliza is getting a bit of treatment on his calf. Seems to have tightened on him.
The last thing you want to see for Kaya is to see Jan Meliza get subbed off. As this went to the other way and was still controlled by Komaki. Arboleda dito naman kay Yamazaki. Tiano, Gayoso, two UAP stars, you love it. Homegrown players playing it out at the Pro League dito sa Pilipinas. Gayoso trying to get past Niera, sends it, but the flag is up already. Before that off-target shot, goal kick na daw ang tawag dito ng ating linesman.
Decent attempt mula kay Gayoso. Seems to have just run out before he could cross it.
Schaffner trying to bring it up quickly. Junior Sam, is he gonna do or work his magic again? He showed this in the AFC Cup. Across, but nobody to collect. Dorado. Spectacular technical ability.
Great work wala kay Junior Sam. A problem. A real problem he is. And he's not even playing centrally where he likes to.
We see him as that target man. Ginawang winger na lang, playmaker.
Pero nakikita natin, epektibo pa rin. Ito si Junior Sam's got pace. Got strength. He's got ability as well to create an inch of space for himself. And ito na nga, yung substitution para sa Kaya. Dalawang tiga Iloilo magpapalit. Lapaz. Lalabas. Napapasok mula sa Barotac Nuevo. Joven Bidik.
If Stallion brought in Balot earlier, now Kaya bringing in Joven Bidik. But unfortunately, di sila umabot dito playing against each other literally on the field, but they've done that 1,000 times.
Huwag ka mag-alala, Claro. Sawa na sila sa isa't isa.
Pati inter-barangay, that's where it even started.
Actually, siguro dun pa nga mas intense ang labanan. So, na hindi sila magkita dito, siguro something that they would like actually to avoid.
Higher stakes ba sa inter-barangay? Because it's drinks up for grabs. Well, let's leave it there, right?
Definitely a lot of pride.
As they play this one now. Finn McDaniel. There's Dorado, but Saito there again, Pickering from distance. They're trying to carry on the build-up, but Junior Sam, will he carry on? But outside na dito. Very strange to see Junior Sam again operating here. But in times like these, this is when you got to bring everyone up. Here's the last play.
Crucial defending mula kay Diano to mark his man. But Junior Sam, talagang, he's such a handful. No, nothing special there. Pushes the ball, gets his body to his defender, gets onto the end of it, and he's just causing problems here.
Simple things, but doing it well. I think this was flicked back. But panggaan dito, and it goes Kaya's way. And this is Mardiano. We were saying earlier, the last thing they wanted to see was to see Jan Melisa get subbed off. As here was the last play, panggaan dito. Desperation from both sides.
We called Diano a UAAP star earlier, Claro. I think that's a bit of a stretch. Mardiano, the beauty of his journey into prominence here in the top flight, in fact, is the fact that hindi siya malaking profile nung college, no? Pumasok siya sa first division. I believe he was with Mendiola, and you could see that he was a confident man and a man with quality and technique, and he made his way up the ranks, ADT, and made his way into Kaya eventually, and he's made that right back position his home. And I think it's a testament to him and his growth as a player and as a character that he's been able to do that.
He was a standout in that struggling UE squad years back.
Oo. Ang hirap maging star pag hindi kayo nakakatikim ng panalo, no? So
he was a diamond in the rough, we could say, of sorts, or naging silver lining. But yes, you do have a great point there, Jing. But it's great to see, right? Guys like Mardiano, that story, inspiring the future also, duking it out on the big stage.
He always believed in himself. He always backed himself. And you can see why.
Belief in oneself can go a long way, as we know. Placito, long ball over the top to Dorado. He got to play his game earlier. Will he do it again? Sends it off the Kaya back line. See Doug Schaffner versus Komaki. And this one going Stallion's way. Most of the fouls earlier went against Stallion for their over-aggression. But will this change the tide of this game?
Arms over the shoulder. Not too much in that, really, but a big chance. 10 minutes to go. Can they take advantage here, Stallion?
We had a free kick like this earlier, nung first half. Same angle, same guy taking it. But with the angle, I suppose, it's a service to set up a teammate.
And you can see Kaya not messing about here. Everybody back.
Final reminders from referee John Pineda. We've seen a lot of that extra action. Finn McDaniel sends this one. Placito. But it was not goal bound. The Kaya defense gets the stop here. Teamwork. Putting it together for them.
Oh, what a chance for Stallion. Great work from Placito to get it into the danger zone.
Salazar ball in, but we saw it was out already. 10 minutes remaining.
Best case scenario to para sa Stallion. Get it to Placito. Let him hit it right into the middle.
Was Gomez 1 or 2 steps close to getting that? But that spells the difference again, as we know, game of inches. 10 minutes remaining until additional time in this game. Kaya FC leads Stallion Laguna 2-1. Chan Melisa and Audi Menzi again the scorers, as we did see Pancho Gomez pull one back for Laguna.
Placito's gonna get called for some extra action here on Joven Bidik. He's right to be frustrated after being kicked by Joven Bidik. But his action there easily seen by the referee, and he's likely to be punished.
But it was Joven going for the ball, we could say. Or,
Nope.
Oh,
That's pretty easy to answer on the replay there.
there you go. Big game. We're not seeing nice guy Joven here. They're bringing everything out.
Joven Bidik, bilang isang player mula sa Barotok Nuevo, ay hindi yan nagsashy away mula sa physical na part ng laro, no? So nakikita natin dito, warning lang ang ibinigay ni Mick John Pineda. He's gonna let the boys play here. But you wouldn't be out of line to say that both players deserve the yellow card there. Not outside the realm of possibility. Sabihin na lang natin, medyo naging lenient doon si Mick John Pineda.
Gulat nga ako dun, right? You were expecting it. Joven also again. Not showing us the nice guy card. Hey, Placito, as we've seen through this game, right, in his duels with Harvey Gayoso. But this is a big one for Iloilo. Yamazaki will step off the game, and Robert Lopez Mendy will come on as Mardiano will step off for Marco Casambre. It's offense and defense being inserted, but this could change the game. Kung pinasok si Dorado, that's si Junior Sam for Stallion. Coach Yu just goes, hey, I have Robert Lopez Mendy.
Perhaps just to ease a bit of the pressure when they do have the ball, to have an outlet like Lopez Mendy, who alongside Joven Bidik are good at shielding the ball, keeping the ball. And that means perhaps the intention is to play the ball higher up the pitch. And that way, Stallion will have to play from their back line and not centrally, right? They've been losing the ball a little bit in midfield. And now perhaps Coach Yu Hoshide, if they are to lose the ball, he'd like it to be inside Stallion's half.
There you go.
This is what they're looking for.
And in the drive of Kaya to the title last PFL, I'm aware, or I also recall, Lopez Mendy was really suffering from injuries. He was very in and out of the squad. So, Coach Yu, I recall, opted to do that, what you said, with Joven keeping the ball in the attacking third, managing the game. As we see confirmation once more of our subs. And thank you very much again for joining us on our various platforms as this cross is whipped in by Komaki. Safe hands again from Cortez.
It's been a long and arduous road back to good health para kay Robert Lopez Mendy. It's fantastic to see him out and getting his minutes back para sa Kaya.
He's had several stints for Iloilo. Even a point in time where he played for a rival back in the day, Ceres Negros. And it stays with Iloilo.
We talked about that substitution that Coach Yu Hoshiri made. Obviously, pinasok niya si Robert Lopez Mendy pero pinasok niya rin si Marco Casambre. At nakita natin in that sequence right there kung bakit siya pinasok. Kailangan nila mapatahimik si Junior Sam.
This is a foot race now. Will they cross? It came off of De Mesa. Cortez couldn't get his gloves. Miss hit by Kumaki. Cortez off his line. And this guy has done a lot here.
Heart in your mouth moment there for Cortez.
Angeles. That's why they put him in. Arboleda. Those subs looking or appearing to work wonders for Kaya. Gayoso. No stranger to the wing position. Park. Dito sa kabila kay Jovin. From distance, but it came off. That's off of Pickering. And if this keeps up, Jing, Kaya could just kill the game. With the Gayoso early cross. And there was that stop much needed if you were the team chasing the game.
Well, you can see, claro, sinusubukan nilang patayin yung laro with a third goal. If they can get a 2-goal cushion here, you could say could be nail in the coffin. Pero at the same time, gusto rin nila i-nullify yung mga butas na ine-expose ng Stallion in the last few minutes.
So, Coach Ernie and Coach Clint made their changes. Coach Yu and his staff, of course, did the same. Now it's all to play for. 4 minutes until additional time again.
We love to see this. This is what you're looking for at the top flight of Philippine football. That roller coaster of a game. Quality all over the pitch.
We don't just look for it, well, we live for it. The entire community, the players, the fans, everybody from A to Z, left, right, you name it. So we have a sub waiting at the half line. It is Leo Henrique coming on, and the debutant Pancho Gomez will step off. It's a like-for-like change, we could say, because Leo Henrique is a central midfielder.
He's been weighed off.
It looks
It's
like
been a mistake.
Or it looks like they'll handle the set piece first or go through it.
Pinag-jogging lang nila. Si Gomez has got to get back and get his composure in defending this set piece.
And here comes the cross. Off the woodwork, and it's in! Kaya turned in the third goal. And it looks like it's Robert Lopez Mendy picking it up. You were talking about it, Jing. Kaya searching for that, the third one, to get the insurance back, and that's what they do. Well, let's take a look to confirm the goal scorer. You'll just Kaya loving it.
Harvey Gayoso claiming it, even if it isn't credited to him. He did the heavy lifting. Tough angle to get that goalwards with his left foot, but he managed it. Fantastic goal and a crucial goal for Kaya FC-Iloilo.
Here's another look. Oh, it crossed the line already.
That's right. Look at this. The angle to get that left-footed, the timing. The precision mula kay Harvey Gayoso. Top goal scorer in the league. And he scores important ones too. A huge goal for the man who is likely to win the Golden Boot this season.
That is the 22nd goal of Harvey Gayoso. As there was some extracurricular action again from McDaniel continuing to do that, but it's clearly out of frustration. Joven Bidig giving some words too there, as we saw. Okay, also again, finding the back of the net.
Nick John there, again, taking a lenient stance on an incident that was off the ball and completely unnecessary.
As it goes, it is a free kick for Iloilo. And with them getting that goal they were looking for, they look to burn time off the clock. 7 minutes of additional time. Another one here in front of the goal. But it's no good. 7 whopping minutes. Joven Bidik will try to see this one through.
We've seen 3 goals and a whole bunch of substitutions. I'm trying to think of the other stoppages that might contribute to this 7 minutes, but it's a lot of time, Claro, that's for sure.
And there's that foot race. Biru will just back up a bit. Time wasting, as we know, understandable in this game. The Kaya supporters loving that. Discarte tawag dun, di ba?
Well, that's right. You know, I mean, you could call it time wasting, you can call it game management, right? And Biru here, he's under no pressure to play quickly. And if he could take the sting out of the game, it's the smart option to take. With the team ahead, 2 goals, why increase the tempo of the game?
And as we know, of course, any team leading in a scenario like this, yan ang gagawin nila. Cayoso over to Park. Placito gets it. Desperation time now. Placito getting hit from behind. A yellow given out dito kay Park.
Smart mula kay Park Yi-young, taking one for the team. He's not taking any chances here. Placito running at his back line. You know what? I'll take this. Stop the play. Take the yellow card. Make Stallion start from the back here with their entire 11 behind the ball. And this is the result.
It's time, of course, to just unleash everything, throw the kitchen sink. That's why you don't mind. But if it was another game, of course, that would be a problem. They're a big game, so whatever it takes. But again, should this result stick, or with the impending result, Laguna will be out of title contention. But they will still have a shot at second place if they lose here. I'm mentioning this because if Kaya take the title, number 1, whoever is number 2 will take that last ticket to the AFC Champions League 2. That is what is replacing the AFC Cup again. And AFC competitions got more intense. Second level ng Asia. There's Japan and company playing now.
No, I agree with you on the stakes, Claro. That's for sure. It's massive, but I'm not sure you're right with the points totals there. I think if Stallion lose this game, the maximum they can get is 32 points. And if that is the case, then Cebu is already in front of them.
Hanggang top 3 na lang, right? As I'm looking at my numbers.
That's
Thanks for
right.
that.
So, you know, the implications of this loss are gigantic for Stallion Laguna.
AFC competition also swings here. Here's the service in. And it is goal number 2. But there's that cushion again. It looks like it's A Placito, but amidst the chaos, we're gonna try to secure that. But is this too little, too late?
Wow.
But you'll take it. You'll still take it nonetheless.
What a game!
Let's declare it as a classic. I think we should have said it earlier. But this is a treat for everyone.
This is going to be a crazy last 3 minutes. And this is the reason why it was so important to get a third goal for Kaya. Placito. Beautiful header, towers over the back line.
Mr. Incredible finding the back of the net, but is it too little, too late? But there is still some time here. Freddy Cortez. Oh, we see him just give it away there. And of course, there's definitely the fatigue. Is he the busier keeper by a mile here? Or just by a bit?
By a mile. Yeah, or in the Philippines, by a kilometer. We don't do miles here, Claro.
Thanks for that, Jing.
Oh, definitely so, Cortez. Grabe. Ang ipinakita niya dito para sa Stallion. They would be out of this game if not for him.
Coach Clint McDaniel got close there to pitch Arboleda. Looks like the usual as expected. He's getting him to rush.
This is not what you want if your Stallion stops. A free kick given away deep in your own half from a throw-in. You want to avoid that. You want to keep the game going now.
And Kaya taking their sweet time. As expected. This is the first time I've seen this tactic or veteran move, Jing.
Oh, there's a bit of confusion as to who's going to take the free kick, Claro. As you can see here. No. Not on purpose, of course.
Veteran moves. But again, as we said, whoever's leading in a game of football, we see things like this. Referee Mick John Pineda rushing them on.
Park, smart, right? The guys are not 10 yards away. What am I going to do?
Excuse me if I'll be putting this a bit, but let's have it played on first. There you go. Jovin, Park. What we expected, Jing. De Mesa, desperation time. It may have been off of Dorado, kaya bora daw ng Kaya. For a moment, Jing, with the whistle of Mick John Pineda, yes, he was what you said, right? They weren't in that X number of yards out. There was a time in a much less heated game. Ang tagal ng throw-in. The referee said, "Hoy, bola na lang ng kabila." Ang tagal ng throw-in. I didn't know how to describe it. Sabi ko na lang, 5-second violation.
That's right. I think we called that game
It was
together.
you and I.
That's right.
I think it was Davao Stallion. I expected that, but yung nangyari nga, right? Mix De Mesa and company were too close to the goal kick. And that was swung at Jovin Bidic.
Placito has let his frustration get the better of him here. Jovin Bidic was going to get a yellow card for time wasting or for getting in the way of the throw-in.
Placito.
Instead, Placito is pushed. And he's made contact with the face, and that is the problem here.
Placito knew what he was getting into. Jovin Bidic knew what he was getting into, Jing. We spoke about
Ernie Nieres now getting involved. And whose hands is this playing into is the question. Right?
we can answer that rhetorical question, right? But let's sort this thing out first. Heads getting heated.
You're a goal ahead. You want to play this game out and run the clock. In a situation like this, who's getting the better? That's the question that you need to ask.
We can answer that rhetorical question, right? It's Kai, of course, burning the clock. We're past the 7th minute already of additional time. Here's another look, Jing.
Tumabi ka nga dyan, sabi ni Placito. And you can see Joven Bidic, he's gone down in a heap with that contact, and there were flash points all over the pitch. You see here Noguera having a word with Park Yi-young. The question is, where is this taking place, Claro? Where is all of this commotion taking place?
It's in the attacking end of Kaya, and you said earlier, right? Kaya wanted to do this, but earlier when you did say that, 3-1 pa rin yung score, right? It became more of a game because Placito found the back of the net. Two of the biggest players, or one of the biggest players on the pitch, getting into that. But we're past the 7th minute already. It's now up to referee Mick John Pineda dito sa ating oras.
Yan. So, nasa discretion na ni Mick John kung ilan ang idadagdag niya. Kasi kailangan niya dumagdag ng oras dito. Ang daming nawala. Na Ernie Nieres mabibigyan ng dilaw dito for his involvement.
We saw that in camera earlier. We did get an angle. But Coach Ernie stepping up to protect his boys as any coach would do.
Now Mick John working to get control of this game now.
So free kick dito. Desperation time. It could potentially be the last kick or last few kicks of the game. That's why Freddy Cortez will be taking this.
Stallion need to send everybody in, right? They've left De Mesa and Nieras back, but really, they could gamble with more.
Cortez, the service. Bodies in the box. But again, Jing, as there's a call going Kaya's way, if it becomes a draw, it doesn't help Stallion. It also doesn't help Kaya. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. The full-time whistle. But things a bit heated there. Akito Saito and Finn McDaniel had to calm things down. Abe Placito, I think, giving us the death stare. Jing, as we expected. Walang championship dito, but top teams battling it out.
Actually, this could be the title. Claro, when you look back at how this season plays out, it's results like this that dictate the title. And for Kaya, this was something marked in their schedule. If they win against Stallion, they win against Davao. Yun na lang talaga ang iniisip nila na potentially maging roadblock or hadlang sa pagkakuha nila ng titulo. You know, you expect them to win against Loyola in their last game, but these are the games they had to win. 100% had to get 3 points in, and they've done it. They've gotten over the line here, Claro.
You can also say the same. It was marked down in the calendar of Stallion, but one team leaves this place happy as the tension is still high up here, but it's a little more calm dito sa ating track oval. Handshakes all over the place. Harvey and Joven Jing not happy having a word with the referee, pero nanalo sila.
Oh, there's no surprise that there's tensions here. Ang gusto mo lang makita sana para sa mga taga-suporta ng Stallion is yung fight na to, yung willingness to scrap, makita mo during the 90 minutes, not after. Kasi tapos na eh. Wala ka na magagawa pagkatapos ng final whistle. There's nothing to change anymore. The result is in the book.
I think we saw Coach Ernie get set aside. It may have been an exchange of words with Park. But what a game right here. Kaya FC-Iloilo 3, Stallion Laguna FC 2.
It's another chapter in the long history between Kaya and Stallion. And I'm going to tell you right now, Claro, every single matchup between these two teams after this match, it's going to be spicy.
Spicy even more because it's already been intense right since the get-go. But right again, this is not the last match of the season, but yung implications right in the standings. It's the league format. No final game here. Sprint to the title. But Kaya continuing to solidify their hopes of defending that title which they rightfully claim is theirs. And we see, tandaan nga natin, Kaya have yet to lose in this PFL season. They suffered the draw, but hey, that's not a loss, right? As we see, players and Uchos Kaya having their moment here. But we will eventually close in at acknowledging our moment man of the match. Gotta be the biggest performance here. My, oh my, you love the passion. If we could take a look at Harvey Gayoso, he describes it right there, right?
What a game from so many individuals on this team. Harvey Gayoso, massive performance, came up big in a match where he was absolutely needed by Kaya to play big, and he delivered for his side. Got a goal, tireless work effort up front.
But we do know he's not the man of the match, but we are giving him the acknowledgement here. Gayoso, of course, has had his haters, but he's proved him wrong also, as we will take it to Nat Mirabales with our moment man of the match here.
Thank you, Clarence Jing. I'm here with the man of the match, Melissa Jesus Joaquin, with 1 goal, 1 assist, 76% pass completion, and 100% shots on target. Jan, gaano kahirap yung makaharap yung Stallions at makascore ng 3 laban sa kanila?
As always po, lagi naman sila nakakalaban. Hirap talaga sila. One sila sa competitive team dito sa Pilipinas. Kaya mas importante talaga manalo sa kanila. Lalo pa na sa laro na to.
Gaya nga nasabi mo, Jan, matagal nyo na silang nakakalaban, pero you had some great defensive stretches. So what has been the key sa pag-improve nyo ng depensa nyo against this team na you faced them over the years?
Siguro mas yung ginamit namin yung experience namin sa Champions League nga, tapos may mga new players kami dumating, pero araw-araw namin tinitrain yung defensive na ano namin, kasi alam namin yung Stallion kung paano sila maglaro, kaya ang focus namin nung bago kami harap sa kanila is defensive talaga. Yan po.
Thank you very much, Jan, and congratulations once again, ladies and gentlemen. Melissa Jesus Joaquin, as I send it back to you, gentlemen.
Big boys made on the big stage. Jan Melissa, 1 goal, 1 assist here. What a matchup, Jing. A classic. Another one into the books of the PFL, of Philippine football. And I think we left it all out there. So much action for us to enjoy and to appreciate. But what would you have to say here?
He nailed it there. Itong si Jan Melissa, it was the experience that got them over the line. Every flashpoint that was created on the pitch, never sila na-rattle, never sila naging emotional about it. They knew exactly what they were doing at all times in this game. And in the end, they did exactly enough to get over the line. 1 goal to score that extra goal in the second half to get over the line. And that's what champions do. They find a way to win, and they've managed it here in this match against Stallion. Great performance para sa koponan ng Iloilo.
They never relinquished the lead here, but it was a close one. They had to weather the storm a bit because there was that threat from Stallion that they put up behind their great team effort. Yung curveball din, right? Coach Clint and Coach Ernie putting in Pancho Gomez, but Kaya had to weather that. As we said, right? It's not all sunshine, it's not all smooth riding, but they sorted it out right here. Kaya, we could say, getting closer to the title, but Laguna, unfortunately, out of competition already dito sa AFC competition spots, right? As we said with the computations, and more importantly, the title race.
It's a night of disappointment for Stallion Laguna. There's no doubt about that. There's no way to avoid that being the case. However, kung titingnan mo yung performance nila tonight, as well as their performance throughout the season, ang masasabi natin, maghanda kayo sa Stallion Laguna. There are big things on the horizon for this team if they keep moving in this direction.
But when we take a look at it, Stallion played their last game at the Rizal Memorial Stadium. This season, they will play over at Cebu. Expect fireworks in that one. While for Kaya, on the other hand, they still have Davao Aguilas, UMAC, and Loyola set to square off. Oh my, oh my. It ain't over till it's over, but Kaya are getting close to